right, so you can take a deep breath in and then let it go. Again, deep breath in, and when you get to the top, try to take in a little bit more air. And then exhale slowly out. So again, like that. Breathing in, belly, chest, shoulders, top of your head, and then when you think that you have it all, like try to take in a little bit more. And then exhale out. Good. You can reach your arms up and out. Pull your palms together. Look towards your thumbs. And then on the next exhale, let your right hand come down to the floor. Reach your left arm over alongside your ear. Your hand reaching towards. Good. You could bend. You could put the right hand right on the floor just so you have like full support. Good. And reaching your left hand over. And then make circles with your left hand, like little, there you go. And release. Come back to the center. Reach both hands up and pull your arms back a little bit so feel your shoulders engaged, shoulders opening up, and then bring your left hand down to the floor. Reach your right arm up and over. Opening up your shoulder, pulling that right hand back a little bit, making some movements with your right hand. There you go. And release. Come back to the center. Reach both hands up, interlace your fingers, and then open your hands up to the ceiling. So your palms are open up to the ceiling. Good. Lift your chest, bring your arms back a little bit, and release. Bring your hands back down to your to the floor, and walk your hands forward. So let your hands come forward, your heart move towards the floor, and you could take your head and rock it left and right. Shaking out your head, yes, no. And then you can kind of walk your hands up a little bit further with each few breaths that you can. Good. And release. Come back to the center. Walk your hands back up. Place your hands on your legs. And then reach your left hand across, right hand behind, and twist. Look over your right shoulder. And come back to the center, other side. Take your right hand onto your knee, left hand behind, and twist. Look over your left shoulder. Good. And come back to the center. Bring your feet together. I'm going to do a little bit of a core warm up here. So rock yourself kind of forward and back here. Lifting up your feet and then bringing them back down. Good. So it's kind of like a rock here. Good. Like slowly with intention so that you really feel your core engage when you come back. Good. And then take it down. Bring your knees, rock them left and right. Good. Come back to the center. Walk your hands in front of you, and now we're going to lift up and hold. So now you can lift your legs up, holding in that boat pose, shoulders back. You can keep your hands down on the floor, or you can release them alongside of your legs. It's up to you. Holding here for another 3 deep breaths. On the inhale, try to breathe in a little bit more. And exhale slowly out. 1 more. And release. Good. Bring the bottoms of your feet together. Drop your knees down and massage the arches of your feet. Good. And then you can bring your hands right into your onto your feet and just flutter your knees up and down. Good. Now interlace your fingers around your feet, lift your chest up, try to relax your knees as much as you can, and then keeping your spine as straight as you can, come down slowly. So just slowly start to bring your heart towards your toes, and wherever your limit is, meet yourself there and stay there. One more breath here. And release. Come back up. Bring your knees straight up. And then slide your left leg straight out. Right foot comes in. And you can take a block. Hold on. You can take a block so it's supportive on your left knee. Your left leg straight out. You can have it block on this leg. Yeah, there you go. And you can have it as low as you need in order to feel the support, or high as you need. Good. Yeah. Good. And take a moment here. Pull your butt muscles like away from your sits bone. So kind of pull yourself so that you can really feel your bones on the ground and you feel super stable. Good. Holding here. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Reach your right hand down to the ground. Left arm up, and then over across your body onto your right knee, and twist again. Look over your right shoulder. Good. And come back to center. Now slide that same left hand down your left leg and bend the knee as much as you need to hook your peace fingers around your big left toe. Good. Same thing where you pull your heart towards the Buddha. Let your left leg straighten out as much as you can, keeping it also a little bent. And now reach your right hand up and then over. Good. Still peeling your heart up towards slightly, even though you're, so you don't want to curl forward. You want to still stay open. Reaching all on that right side of your body, not collapsing on the left, but keeping your breathing clear. One more breath here. And release. Come back. Remove the block. Let your legs slide out. And then shake your legs out. Good. Point your toes. Place your hands behind you. Lift your chest, and you're going to push down on your heels and lift your hips up, looking up towards the ceiling. Trying to bring those toes as close to the floor as you can while keeping your legs straight. And release. Come back down. Slide your right leg out. Pull your left knee in. Here you can do a little bit of a rock just to sort of warm that up so it's not. Good. And bring your block underneath to support that left knee. Good. Now pull your hips, your glute muscles away from your bone. Yeah. So you feel pretty grounded. Take your left hand onto the ground. Reach your right arm up and across your body onto your left knee and twist. Look over your left shoulder. There you go. And come back to the center. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Hook your right peace fingers around your right big toe. So bend that right knee as much as necessary. And then keep your heart still facing towards the left. And lift your left arm up and over. legs come back up. Remove the block. Let your legs come out. We're going to do one forward fold here. Reach your arms up and fold forward. Let your hands come down, palms face up, head drops down, hold here. Good, 2 more breaths. And release. Come back up, spin around, and come onto all fours. You place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees back a little bit so you can make those big hip circles and have a little bit more leeway to move around. Splay your fingers apart. Push your hips back, arms forward, come forward, drop your hips. So a little bit of up dog and child's pose like beginning. So pushing your hips forward, lift your chest, and then bringing it back. Good. Keep going. Each time kind of lifting up a little bit more. Good. And back. One more. And then back. Good. Come into that child's pose and keep your hands reached up front and walk your hands over to the right side a little bit so that your right hand can come off your mat a little bit, but not both hands. So just kind of walk them off a little bit there. Still pushing your and letting your hips fall back towards your heels. Good. Now walk back to the center. Take a moment here. Start to open up your chest. Pull your chest further down to the floor. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Good. Come back to center. And lift it back up, coming into all fours. Spin your hands so that you can open up your wrists. So spin your hands, your fingers point towards your knees. Tuck your toes and give yourself little circles here. Good. And come back up so that your hands are facing forward, and then flip your hands so the backs of your hands are pushed down onto the floor. And switching sides. Good. Okay, now walk your drop down to your elbows so you can release your, and then lift your hands up and make circles with your hands so you can kind of move your wrists around, make them move around, rotate your hands. Good, and then place your hands, your forearms down on the ground, splay your fingers apart, and activate your shoulders. So separate your shoulder blades apart, tuck your toes, and you're just going to begin to lift one knee. So lift your right knee up as you keep your forearms down on the ground. So eventually what you want to do is try to lift your both legs, your hips up. So that's what we're going towards. So now let that right knee come down. And then bring that left knee to lift up, pushing down on your forearm. So start to kind of soften that that right knee off the floor. Good. And come back down. So you feel it in your shoulders start to fire up. Good. Now lift your right knee up and then begin to also lift that left knee up so that both knees are lifted up. We're going towards that point. Awesome. Good. Hold here. Core tight, elbows pushed down, shoulders engage, and release. Bring the knees back down. Good, Arnie. And then walk your hips back, drop your head down. You can come into a child's pose. You can walk your fists to be underneath your head. And now rock your head left and right so you release any extra tension that might have activated from your shoulders and your neck. Good. And come back to the center. Have a block up at the top of your mat. Good. And we're going to do some cat-cows first. So hands face down, tuck your chin, curl your tailbone in, look towards your belly button, push your hands into the ground. And then inhale, lengthen cow. Lift your tail, lift your gaze. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Good. Keep going. 2 more rounds, moving at the speed of your own breath. Good. Coming back to that neutral spine, bring your left hand underneath your chin. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and then make circles with your right hand. And then thread the needle. Slide your right arm underneath your left. Push your hips back, drop that right elbow down, and then you can pull your block to be underneath your head as much as you need. Slide that right hand towards the left. Drop your head down as your left hand reaches up to the top of the mat, and then can be good. And then can begin that left hand can walk over towards the right side as much as you need in order to feel that stretch in the upper shoulders. One more breath here. Relax your lower back. Good. And then walk that left hand back onto the floor, like closer to you. Reach your right arm out. So lift your right arm. Good. And then remove the block. Take your right hand, place it on the floor underneath your chin. Reach your left hand up to the ceiling and make circles with your left hand. And slide that left hand underneath, put your hips back, bring your block towards the space underneath your head, and walk your right hand up and over. And then one more breath here, exhaling through your lower back. Drop your hips back. Good. And release. Come back up. All right. Now place your hands down underneath your shoulders, and we're going to walk your knees back. And they're like assisted push-ups. So come down, but all the way onto your belly. Elbows up high, tucked into your ribs. And then just push back up, keeping your back as straight as possible. So your knees stay down. Good. Keep your core tight, and then slowly come down again. So you're your back's like a board. Come down onto your belly, elbows up. Good. Your toes can be tucked too, and then keep your back as straight as you can as you push up. Keeping your back at like a slant. It's like at like a 45-degree angle. Tailbone like tucked in. So keep your back at a slant. So come forward a little bit more so your hands stay directly underneath your shoulders. So come forward so your hands are under your shoulder. There you go. Bring your knees back so you're at like yeah, there you go. Now keep that slant and come down. So come down to your belly. Keep your elbows up high. Good. Now keep your hands there and then push back up. Excellent. 2 more like that and come down. Good. Come all the way down. Elbows into your rib cage. Push back up. Stay there, keeping your hands underneath your shoulders directly. So don't go back. So stay up top. Bring your shoulders above your hands. Bring your shoulders, there you go. And then come back down and then stay there. Walk your hands up so your arms are reaching up. You can rock your head left and right. So rock your head sort of rolling it on your third eye on the mat. Good, and then reach your arms back. So your arms are straight, palms on the ground. And then lift your right arm and your left leg, keeping your legs straight. And release. Bring it back down. Right leg, left arm. And bring it back down. 1 more on each side. Reach your right arm and your left leg. Activate your glutes, your whole back. And release. Good. Bring your right leg up, left arm up. And release. Good. Bring your hands down to your shoulders. Palms face down on the mat. Elbows in. Tops of the feet push down to the floor. Activate your glutes in your back. Look up and lift up. Like look up towards the ceiling. And release. Bring it back down. Reach your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Pull your arms down. Top of your head rests on the mat so you can kind of recover here. And then lift your head, lift your upper body, and you're going to pull your hands back towards your feet and lift your feet up. So it's like a locust pose. Look up and lift your chest using your back. And release. Rock your hips left and right. Bring your hands back to your shoulders. And push yourself up to your knees. And from here, we're going to come up to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Shake your head out, bend your knees, rock your knees. Like bend one knee and then the other, letting your feet drop, your heels drop towards the floor. Bend both knees, push down on your fingers. So have your shoulders farther back. So your arms are at a diagonal. Hands stay up, shoulders come back. Good. And then bend both knees and straighten the legs as much as you can. So you bend and straighten. Good. And then walk your feet to your hands and fold forward. Ragdoll here. You can let yourself hang. You can have your hands either graze the floor or hold on to opposite elbows as you shake your head. Bend one knee and then the other to really feel the backs of your legs here. Good. Keep your eye on one point on the floor. Push down on your feet and slowly uncurl your spine 1 vertebra at a time. Coming into standing. All right, good. I'm going to just adjust this. All right, now let your feet come parallel at the top of the mat. There you go. And bring your hands by your side. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms out and up. Palms touch, look up towards your thumbs. And exhale, fold. Bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, look up in front of you. Back, shoulders away from your ears. Back long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Shift your weight to your left leg and just bring your right leg up. So I want you to just kind of notice the weight difference and like the change. So bring your knee, bend your right knee. So playing with the beginning of balance. Core tight. And release. Bring that foot back down. Shift your weight to the right leg, bend your left knee, lift your left knee up. Good, and release, bring it down, shake your legs out. Now spin your arms so you can kind of release here, spinning your arms out. And then come back to the center, roll your shoulders and make big arm circles, but really have the shoulders going too. So not just the arms, but bringing your shoulders up, back and down, and reverse. Arm rolls forward, and so with the arms. Good. And come back to the center. Take a moment here. Lift your toes up, push down on your heels, bend your knees slightly so that you can really feel the engagement in your core by pushing down on your heels. So you can soften your knees a little bit, lift your toes up, separate your toes. Good. And then shift your weight to the right leg. And from here we're going to come to warrior one. So bring your left foot back, right foot forward, bend your right knee. Good, so bend your right knee, then reach your hands up, palms touch, thumbs cross, bend your right knee, look up towards your thumbs, so you feel a little bit of a back bend here, and then from here open up to warrior two. So slide that left leg back, separate your legs a little bit more here, and give yourself a little bounce. So bend that right knee and straighten it. Bend and straighten that right knee. Reach your arms out. Good. Now hold down, holding the warrior two. Imagine you're pulling the mat together underneath you. Taking another 2 breaths here. And then open your right palm. Left hand comes to the back of your left leg. Reach your right arm up and back. And then bring your right hand to the back of your head. Keep pushing down on that right heel. And then bring your left hand to the back of your head. So now you're in the warrior position with your legs. Heart faces towards the left. And now bring your right elbow towards your right knee and back up. So you're gonna bring that elbow down and then come back up. Shoulders together behind you, good. Again, that right elbow comes down and back up. You're really feeling the hips here. Come down and then back up. One more like this. Come down and back up. Good. And then straighten your arms, straighten your legs out. Triangle pose. Palms face front. Reach your your right hand towards the right. Bring your right hand down to your shin or a block. And reach your left arm up and turn and twist so your chin comes towards your left shoulder. Perfect. And release. Reverse triangle. Bring your arms both up and out. Left hand comes to the back of the left leg. Reach your right arm up and back. And release. Come back down. Turn and face the front. Bend your knees. And then bring both feet to the top of the mat. Release your hands by your side. Inhale. Reach your arms out and up. Palms touch. Look up towards your hands. And exhale. Fold. Hands come to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, slide your hands up, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and out. Exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Shift your weight to the right foot. Bring your left leg back. Spin and face towards the front. Towards me. Sorry, not the front. Towards me. So bring your left leg back. Straddling your legs. Point both toes towards me. You bring your hands on your hips. There you go. Good. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. Shoulder blades together behind you. Lift your chest up. So a little bit of a back bend here. And then come forward, trying to keep your legs straight, keep your gaze forward, so you fold, lengthening your spine the whole time, and then when you get to the bottom, look down, like you can then look down at the space between your feet. Taking 3 breaths here. You can also bring your hands down to your ankles and give yourself some more support here to pull, so you can pull yourself down a little farther. Bring your hands back to your hips. Lift yourself all the way up. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Good. Spin your left foot towards the mat, towards the left side. Good. Turn and face the left. And then step both feet to the top of that part of the mat, face of the back of the mat. Good. Release your hands by your side. Take a deep breath and reach your arms out and out, palms touch, look up towards your hands. Exhale, fold, bring it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Shift your weight to the left side and bring your right leg back into a warrior 1. So left foot forward, right foot back, bend your left knee and then reach your hands up. Arms reach up, tops of the shoulder blades relax. So tops of the shoulders relax so that your arms are kind of pulled down, but they're reaching up to create traction. Left knee bends. Feeling your core engaged here. Good. One more breath here. Push down on your left heel. Bend that left knee. And release. Open your arms back out. Separate your feet. Warrior 2. So separate your feet even more. Bend and straighten that left knee. Looking past your left fingertips. And then bring that left knee down and stay there. So warrior 2. Reach your arms out. Hold here. Bring your right hand to the back of your right leg. Reach your left arm up and back. And then bring that hand to the back of your head. Keep your left knee bent. Bring your other hand to the back of your head. Push your head against your hands. And now bring your left elbow towards your left knee and back up. Good. Left elbow comes down and back up. Down and back up. Good. Keep going down. Core tight, stomach in. Pushing your head, keeping your chest open. One more. Pushing your head against your hands. Keep your chin lifted. Bring that left elbow down. It doesn't have to touch the knee, but towards it. And back up. Good. Release your legs. Straighten your leg. Straighten your arms out. Good. Triangle. Reach towards the left side with your left hand and bring that left hand down to your shin or your knee. Reach your right hand up and look towards your right hand. So one straight. Now you're doing reverse. Reverse. Good. Slide your right hand down that right leg. Lift your left arm up. Good, and then reverse. Bring your arms back out. And then keep that left leg straight as you slide the left hand down. Turn and twist so that your chin comes towards that right shoulder and look up towards your right hand. Good. And release. Come back to the center. Step both feet to the top of the mat. Release your hands by your side. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Good. Now turn in, bring your right leg back so you come back to the straddling of your legs here. So legs separate. Toes point first towards me. So in towards the side. Good. Now pigeon toe your toes. So pull your toes slightly inward. There you go. You're going to reach your arms out, chest wide, a little bit of a back bend here. And then keep your legs straight as you bring your heart forward. Keep looking forward the whole time so your back stays straight. And come as far as you can down, and then bring your hands to the backs of your heels or like the backs of your legs. Good. And use that grip to pull yourself down, bringing imaginarily, like try to bring your forehead towards the mat. Good. One more breath here. And release. Bring your arms all the way out. Lift yourself back up. And step your feet back together. Release your hands by your side. Good. Inhale, reach them up. Look at your thumbs. And exhale, hands at heart center. Good. All right, come on down to the floor, Arnie. You can come to lay on your back. Take a few breaths here. And then bend your right knee, interlace your fingers, pull your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Left toes point up to the ceiling and make circles with your right foot. And then lift your right leg up, hold on the back of your right leg, pull that leg towards you. Relax your left leg out. And release. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand onto the floor, left hand on the outer edge of that leg, and twist, pulling your leg over to the left side. Relax your right shoulder. And then you can let your right hand open up. And release, come back to the center. Let your right leg come back out. Take a moment here. Bend your left knee, interlace your fingers, and pull your left knee in towards your left shoulder. Good, you can make circles exactly with your left foot. And then extend that left leg up. Hold on to the back of your left leg as you pull towards you. but still pushing that left heel up out of your hip. And release. Bend your left knee. Take your right hand across your body onto that knee. Left hand comes to the floor and twist. Reaching that left knee down towards the floor. There you go. Relax your left shoulder. So as soon as you feel your left shoulder lift off the floor, you want to rock that left shoulder back down so that that stays down. More important that the left shoulder stays down than the left knee comes to the floor. And release. Come back to the center. Bring your knees into your chest. Push your hands onto your knees. Make circles with your knees. And then go the other way. And here you can come to happy baby. So reaching, grabbing hold of your toes or your ankles. Lift your, there you go, perfect. And then lift your legs up, rock left and right. Let your legs come straight up. Let your hands come to the floor. Activate your core. Push down on your lower back. And then slowly let your legs come down. Good. You can close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, just try to let your body be as heavy as you can make it. Letting your shoulders relax away from your ears. Hips sink into the floor. Your knees release. Feel the weight of your heels on the floor. Relax your jaw, your forehead. Take a deep breath in and let your whole body relax on that exhale. And wiggling your toes, bringing your awareness back into your body. You can bend your knees, pull your knees out and lift, rock left and right. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Good, long spine. Bring your hands to your heart, palms face each other. Take a moment to thank yourself for doing this exercise. And then take a deep breath in and let it go. Namaste.